Vinny, you recently just did a post on Instagram, which was very impassioned. What did it say? What do you want to tell people?
I mean, I think for me, it's basically explaining the way I live life. It's like I'm going to go out there and try things. And if I fail, that's okay. And if you're afraid of failure, then you will never succeed. If you're always sitting there holding on to the edge of the cliff and not willing to jump, then you're going to sit right there on the edge of the cliff and be like, oh man, I know if I would have tried this, I probably could have done it. I'd rather jump as far as I can and reach as far as I can. And then if I fail, then my failures would be further than people thought that I could, succeed to. Mm-hmm. And, in that post, I posted a lot of different pictures. And honestly, Facebook would only let me post 80 pictures. I had so many more I wanted to post. And it's just little snapshots of my life of whether it be workout partners I've had, my son and my wife, friends along the way that have inspired me, family that's, helped me get through. There's so many pictures I would love to post if I had them of teachers and people that were there, because it doesn't mean that you have to go out there and reach for the stars on everything you do. One of my best friends in the entire world, a guy named Wesley Hedgepath, his life is Sonic Drive-In. He's a supervisor now. Makes great money. He wants to do that. He loves to go play poker down in Tunica, and he loves to go fishing and play golf. And that to him is his best life. That's what he loves. Mm-hmm. He's the happiest, one of the happiest dudes I know, and that's for him, So it doesn't mean that you have to be like me and be like, oh, I'm going to try this business. I'm going to work over here, and then I'm going to do this. I actually have, a problem sometimes of trying to do too much at once, Mm-hmm. And it hadn't been over just the last couple of years that I've been able to say, okay, what needs to take precedence and be focused on right now. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean that I give up on those other things. I've created cartoons, and I've been on TV shows, and I've been on tours, and I've done all these different things because I wasn't afraid to fail. Right. Because very easily somebody could have said, nah, I don't think so. Yeah. You're not the one.
Right.
And if I'd have just give up every time, because that happened plenty of times. There was plenty of people that said, no, you're not good enough. You don't fit the mold. You're not this, you're not that. And if I'd have listened to those people, I would have sat in the same spot forever.
Right.
And then I'd probably be a jaded person sitting there thinking, man, if I would have had this happen or that happen, I could have made it. Mm-hmm. So I think for me, it's just telling people, like, if you have something that you truly are passionate about that you want to go for, then go for it. Because the worst thing can happen is you fail. I was watching a video, crazy enough, by Jim Carrey, but he was talking about how you could live your whole life working for and doing something that you hate and fail at it and be fired from your job and do all this, even though you gave it up. Yeah.
That's how happened to his dad.
Yeah, and you get done with retirement and they hand you a little watch, and then you go off and you barely are able to live life because you didn't go after the things you wanted. Mm-hmm. So why not, if you're going to fail, and it's possible to fail at something you love. Right. Because then if nothing else, at least you had a good time doing it, And so mm-hmm. I think that's just kind of the way I've always lived life, and I watch motivational stuff all the time. I think that we embody what we put into our system. Mm-hmm. So when people in the gym are listening to like whatever their music is, I'm over there listening to Trent Shelton and Eric Thomas and Steve Harvey videos. I'll literally put on a Steve Harvey video. Now I got my Bluetooth mm-hmm. headset. Thanks, babe. I'll put on a Bluetooth, Steve Harvey, just talking, and I'll just listen to his stories and things that people that I admire and that I look up to. I want to know what drove you and what made you succeed. Mm-hmm. And you watch it. People like Sylvester Stallone and The Rock, and those are guys that, we grew up like, man, I want to be like that guy. But you didn't see what they went through to get to where they are. Right. And I think when you can realize that everybody that's successful didn't just wake up successful. They woke up every day unsuccessful until they became successful.